Hello guys, back again with another video. Just sitting here playing with a Lego Mixels, I think that's called. Anyway, it's funny is when I first saw this, my wife and my son picked this up at the store today. When I actually first saw this, I thought, you know what? This looks like if a GoBot Rock Lord and Trolls actually had kids together, this is what it would look like. Anyway, it's kind of cool. There's several different colors, different versions. If you buy three different of the yellow ones, you can combine them into some kind of super version of them. But anyway, they're kind of cool, fun to play with. Again, there's only thousands of Legos in this house. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about what this video is actually about. For a lot of people who have never owned a Dreamcast or were never allowed to play Record of Lodoss War on the Dreamcast, it was originally released on the Super Famicom, Japanese exclusive, never released for the NTSC or over here in America. And so a lot of people have never been able to play the Super Famicom version unless, of course, you buy it and you understand Japanese. Well, a fan site called Dynamic Designs has actually completely finished doing an English translation of this game. So there's now a ROM patch where you can play the game in English. And to me, this is one of the cases of a lot of people like to put down, of course, ROMs of games, MAME and all the other stuff. But quite honestly, it is great to have this to be able to play a game that, number one, you probably could never afford, and also games that would never be released on over here, especially games where people actually translate, where you can actually play it and not have to know another language. Again, a lot of people never played this, never played the Super Famicom version because they just simply don't understand Japanese. And so they now got a fan translation patch for it. So there's even, again, in the article, there's actually a link to the YouTube video to tell you how to actually install the patch. There's actually a video on there you can watch that actually shows what the game looks like with the patch. And so it's kind of cool. I went to their site to look, and they actually have a patch for Destiny of Emperor 2. Now, Destiny of Emperor on the NES, released by Capcom, is one of my favorite NES games of all time. A lot of people probably haven't played the game, but I like the game because it's a multi-generation game where it went from start with the father, then later in the game you took over as a son, and the game continued. Well, they made a sequel to it, but was only released in Japan, never over here. And they actually made an English translation for it. So now I'm going to have to try the game since I've always wanted to. So what do you think about actually, English translations of games, fan translations that allow you to play the game in English or whatever language? Have you ever played a actual fan translation game before or patch to a game? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I will talk to you guys again soon.